If you guys are here for the recurring revenue with membership sites training, we are going to get started in just a moment. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, that you can see me. And give me 1 second. I just noticed my curtain is a little bit open here. Right, sun coming in. You said it's coming in just a moment. Oh, shit. What am I doing here? Oh, yeah, it might come. All right. I'm not going to worry about it. We need to get started. All right. Capital I. All right. You can see me. You can hear me. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Give everybody a chance to just roll on in. Let us know where you're logging in from, too. We appreciate it. I know we on the screen right now on the video, I see people from all around the world. So that is awesome. We have Nairobi in Illinois, Allison in Portland, Oregon, one of my favorite American cities. Hillary's in Iowa, Lars is in Sweden, Cindy from Virginia, Coach is Clara, and awesome. Thank you for letting me know. And Karen is Connecticut, Colleen from Sacramento, and Lynn is in Wollongong, Australia. Did I say that smoothly and correctly? Okay, good. 6 a.m. All right. Yeah, it's noon here. It must be 8 or 9 in Sweden, I think. Yes. Hello, Sharon. Welcome.
Good evening.
So what we're going to do today, we did promise you, I'm going to get started. There was a couple settings in our templates that we needed to update as we working on them very hard for the last, over a week for you guys, getting this ready for you. So we had to do some last minute settings, and I'm sure you stuff will be coming along any moment because we had some stuff to finish up. So I'm going to give you kind of an overview of what we're going to do, and then we will get started. So we are talking about automated recurring revenue with your own membership site. So if you are a Noomu user, we do have brand new done-for-you membership templates that we're going to show you. If you're not a Noomu user yet, that's okay. You can certainly try out the template and see if it works for you. But also, we hope that we're going to give you some good, solid membership advice, no matter how you build your membership site. So the things we promised to cover with you are how to create a membership site, a membership offer that people want to stick with, setting yourself apart from all that competition, looking for recurring revenue, how to attract new members through quizzes and other marketing tools. We're going to show you the quiz feature inside of Noomu, which is going to be pretty cool. And also trying to automate as much as possible to make it easier for yourself so you can focus on getting new members and not having to do there's always work, sorry to say, but get a lot of it automated so you can focus on the really important part when doing a subscription product is having those customers who are staying, right? New members coming in and people who are going to stay. Okay, we're just getting Yusuf to come along here. Okay. So also we'll show you those done for you membership sites. Sorry, we're almost ready here. Oh, hello, puppy. I see Sharon's doggy, so good and calm, enjoying the webinar so far, I hope. So what I want to tell you too, so like everybody, everything's a subscription these days. And it's hard. In order to get someone to pay you a subscription, you have to stand out, or for them to keep their subscription to. Because if you're just offering content and then this is where you might be like, well, how can you do done for you templates if we're all doing the same thing? We're going to give, because we've done a lot of the work, we're going to give you tips that make your offer stand out. But everything is a subscription these days. Software, all the um everybody wants to have recurring revenue. And so you have a lot of competition out there, not just with people offering the same stuff as you, but just anybody offering any type of service or anything that they are also offering a subscription. So you have to think of your customers as they're looking at their budget each month and they're like, okay, I can't keep paying this on an ongoing basis. I also have to pay for this, which might be totally unrelated. They have to make decisions. So you have to be something that they want to stick around for. So I see questions coming up about the builder in the chat too. So we're going to save those to a little bit later, especially if they're general questions about different things that you need to do. If we have time today, we will go through those. If you don't get an answer on those today because we run out of time, you can email us and we will make a little tutorial for you. We're working on getting lots of tutorials for you so you guys can see on the screen how to do stuff. So we'll save those for a bit later. But so when you think about creating a membership site and how it will, you want people to stick around, you don't just have to give them content because giving content is everywhere. People can get content for free everywhere. So you need something that stands out. We've created the content and now you can do something with it. Things you can add are like when you can give people templates of how to do something, when you're taking away their need to think that they can, that it's done for them, or patterns to do things if you're doing things like crafts and stuff like that, or where they're doing different projects each month. And so also you can do things, adding on to what we're giving you guys. You can do coaching and add a different perspective, that they're talking to you and you are engaging them and you're showing more personal expertise and more personal thing. But a lot of people do coaching. So you also have to think about what makes you stand apart from everybody else in that way. What do you do that's special for people? Do you break things down in a more step-by-step manner? Do you have a way, if you're doing, because a lot of our customers do personal development type topics, do you approach things more with empathy that makes people feel understood and seen? Because that makes a real big difference when you're dealing with people anywhere, but online as well. Because when people feel like you really understand them, then they are drawn to you and they want to learn from you. If you can do stuff for them, offering some kind of services are things that they need on an ongoing basis, then that is a way to get people to stick. But it has to be something that they need on an ongoing basis. So you can create... hello, Yusuf.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, I was locked out of the Zoom account for some reason.
It's all right. We're glad you're here. I was just describing, things to how to create a membership offer that stands apart and how to get people to stick with it. So I was just talking about adding services, and obviously you have to be wary of your own time. If you're going to do services, then you might be taking up too much of your time there. But if you can have a team or you have kids that can take care of certain things, but anything that you can keep your members from having to think for themselves or do stuff, obviously you do want them to think and you want them to grow, but you want to take away a lot of that guesswork for them. You can do challenges. Those are very engaging. Those are very results oriented, but also remember that a lot of people do challenges. So think about how you're going to engage them a little differently than everybody else. You can also... one membership that I'm thinking of is, did anybody ever, and she might still be around, she probably is. Does anybody know about Fly Lady? It was flylady.net, I think was her website. And I don't know what she does now, but back in the day, early 2000s, she did it for free, but I could still see something like this working. in Yahoo groups, if you guys remember. I don't even think those exist anymore. And she was this woman who would help you keep your route for disorganized people to stay organized, to get all your stuff done. And she would basically blast out messages all day long telling them, okay, take 5 minutes, clean the kitchen, or do it, like tell you like this different stuff. She had so many people signed up for this. So that's what I mean about like taking away their need to think, because she was helping people develop new habits without them having to think about it. And it's sort of a group, right? So that people felt motivated with each other. So any way you can do that, that you just kind of get things done for them. Curation is another great membership idea, because you can curate content. And I know that Yusuf, I believe maybe subscribe to some, like for investment topics, where people curate information, but they also kind of give their own opinion. So they're getting information from elsewhere and accumulating it for you, but they also have this expertise that they offer.
Yes, definitely. I do have several actually platforms or several communities that are set up this way.
Yeah. So if you are like helping people, learn about certain things or excel in a certain skill, there might be some opportunity to do something like that. You can do like product of the month and monthly baskets, because actually with Noomu, you can do physical products. So if you have a supplier and you're able to, or you're going to ship it out yourself, that sounds like a lot of work, but it's also possible, especially starting out, that you can give them your monthly customer list if you have a supplier, and then they can send it out for you. But those are popular memberships. I have no idea why people want to accumulate stuff month after month, but they certainly do. We see they have like ones for dogs, right? Even for dogs to get treats and toys each month. I'm like, where the heck do people put all these toys? But they seem to be very popular things. And I guess it makes it exciting. Or like little craft kits for kids we've seen as well, which is probably a more simple thing, because those are just little things that the kid will make each month and they enjoy. So whatever you could do that would come out that could be shipped to them. And that kids craft things can be done digitally as well. They could be printables and things like that. You could also you can do subscriptions helping other people create their own membership sites, right? So if you have people who need the content on an ongoing basis, you're setting it up for them and they're paying you monthly to maintain it. It's also another idea. But the more you stand out from other people, the less they have to think about something. And you really want to tap into something that they need ongoing help with. Just providing information doesn't always do the trick. You also want to have ways built in for them to make sure they're getting results, so that whether it's templates they're using, or if you do the coaching sessions, you add coaching sessions to it, that they feel like they're getting something out of it. Because I think the days are long gone of where people, well, that's not true exactly, but most people don't sign up for subscriptions anymore and just leave them and forget about them. We do that with some things. We're like, oh, we'll get back to it. But we're not a dedicated member to those. We will eventually cancel those when we look at our credit card statement and we freak out. But you want engaged members who really feel connected to you, because they're going to be the ones that are going to start talking about you. They're going to be getting results. So those are some thoughts on, standing apart there. Cindy gets a box for gamers. Cindy's son gets this box for gamers. Pardon me. Interesting. Hillary's boyfriend pays to be part of a community that just talks about buying and selling crypto, right? And then I think I missed Cindy. Oh, Cindy's talking about Fly Lady. She did it for free, but she sold a lot of products. I still use them. Oh, cool. Yeah, I joined and I had to leave because I was like, this is too much for me. And obviously, that's another thing to remember. You don't have to appeal to everyone. You have to appeal to the type of person that needs the type of help you're getting. So myself, even though I think I'm more organized than when I first tried it, and I didn't need that. I didn't like that kind of style of do this, do that, the drill sergeant kind of thing. But a lot of people do like that. And those are the customers you would target with something if you did that way.
Yeah,
Any
just to add, sorry, Al, just to add a little
questions?
bit on, yeah, just to add a little bit on what you said earlier. So some of the communities that I've subscribed to, and there are a few people that talk about marketing. They rarely talk about themselves, and they rarely talk about some of the things that they do. But what they do, the entire community is about case studies, and it's about other people, and it's about successful events. So that's one way of actually like constructing it. If you think you don't have, let's say, a lot of experience to talk about yourself, then make it about others. People will subscribe because they will be coming for that, your intake on a particular angle of a marketing story, right? So that's one way of trying to like do it if you don't have a lot of stories yourself. Um,
And getting access to experts too. So if you're like a good networker, like when that's one of the things I did when I first started out, that I was interviewing people who had like bigger audiences than me and had more clout, but I was bringing them to people and I would get people to say yes to me that maybe other people couldn't get. So if you're good with choosing and stuff like that, and then you can really connect with people who are great experts. If you think that they might not want to be interviewed or they wouldn't do it, you can offer. Part of the thing that I would offer too was give them the recording. And then that's their own piece of PR or whatever. They can do whatever they want with the recording. So they're actually getting sort of a product out of being interviewed with you that they can use for whatever they'd like. Yeah, so great ideas. So, should we could talk about like, attracting members through the next one of the topics we were going to talk about quizzes, and we're going to demonstrate the quiz when we get to the template because I'm going to show you how the quizzes work in Noomu. And then that will help you kind of brainstorm your own ideas. But there is a done for you quiz in the memberships. And we could talk about other marketing ideas. Before we look at the templates and talk about quizzes, do you want to share some?
Yeah, definitely. So quizzes is actually another like very interesting thing to get in order to engage your customers or to engage prospective customers. And then at the same time, you don't just engage with them, you learn more about them based on the quiz results. And then you can segment them and put them into different categories and then designate the content that they're going to get. I don't know if you've seen ads or posts where they say, hey, take this quiz to find out what level of entrepreneurship level you are in, or what level of accounting you're in, or what level of, and then you do the quiz, and then they tell you you are, basic level accounting or intermediary or all that stuff. So when you use a quiz, you can organize these groups into different pages. Into seeing different content, and Alice will show you how you can actually do it with Noomu, which is very handy. Where you just take a couple of questions, they answer the questions based on the questions, and the results of the questions. You can design exactly what they should see next. If you want to, give them a one-on-one session, or if you want to move on to put them into an email series where it's going to be automated, and then they're going to get a couple of emails that are designated for them. And it's a very actually powerful way of building lead magnets, right? So it's a little bit different from like a free opt-in offer, because you could potentially like give them something once they answer the questions, right? So like answer the questions in order to get for us to know where you are and what level you are in, and then you will be getting this document at the end of the quiz, right? So you can definitely add that in the email series that they're going to get, or the page. But this is just a really powerful way of getting to know your customers, dividing them into different segments and categories, and trying to learn about them. And a lot of other platforms, when it comes to quizzes, sometimes you have to pay for an app or a plugin, but this is built in, and Alice will demonstrate right now.
Yeah, I so, so that's gonna say. But yeah,
Okay.
like even you were talking about from the marketing perspective, why it's powerful, but also from the customer perspective, is that they are engaging with you. So they're already engaged as opposed to signing up for a form and getting a free offer. They are thinking about themselves. You're planting, you're not doing mind control, but you sort of are. You're planting thoughts into them, making them realize maybe like, oh, this is where I kind of need help. And I do need to do better at that. Right. And then you're showing them, well, I can help you with that. So it's super powerful. And it's also, I mean, not everybody wants to take a quiz, but you're connecting with the people who are willing to engage, who want to explore that. So it's actually an easy thing to promote too, especially if you add, which Yusuf talked about, is maybe a little free gift that they get with it as well. You can test that out if that works better, or if it works better to just send them to an offer. But why don't we? Are we ready to? Where are we on our? Yeah, I guess we should we show you guys the template? Yeah. Okay, let me get organized here. I've got my pages ready. Personal development or business first? Vote. Put PD for biz. It doesn't matter how you write it, but put PD if you want to see personal first, marketing or business, and or B. Both. We will show you both. But I think that we are gonna go with
A PD is winner.
now I don't know who's winning.
Well,
Personal development.
I think PD. PD.
Okay, let's do that one first. And we will show you both. Actually, I'll just show you like the front of each one quickly, and then we'll explore the personal development one. Now I think that I need to just move this here. So share. Why are you in the way, Zoom? Can I close that? Yes. There we go. There we go. So now, can you guys see? There's a Real Growth Monthly membership site, and I'll give you a quick peek at the marketing one, which is open here. It's the Smart Start Biz, and you'll see they're similar templates, but they've been totally customized to the topic. And both of them include, so obviously your Done For You homepage, which we'll talk about in a second. We have that quiz. There is a sign up page for the membership, the fill in the blanks about us page, a blog that is populated with 3 posts, just like our other ones, your contact page ready to go, and a little place for your customers to log in and check their stuff. There is also an option to add a community now. We have community features that are up here, and Yusuf is going to show us that a little bit later. And I've also made you videos for both of these, very detailed, to show you how to edit everything. So if I'm going through this and it feels a little bit fast, we just basically want to show you around. There is a tutorial. We've made chapters in the video as well. So if you just need to know how to edit a certain thing, you can find the relevant chapters. So it'll be, all set up for you to make it easier. So let's maybe just take a peek around. I'll do it in the builder instead of as the website so you guys can see. But as always, we do have the Canva templates for you for the logo. So if you like the look of it, you can edit the Canva template. Also, if you don't have time to do a logo and you want to change it, you just go on the settings. You can actually put text there to replace it. And then there's a text logo, or you can update your picture. And as always, over here on the left in pages, you'll see everything we've created for you. And I'll give you a quick overview on how it's organized. So we have the homepage, the contact us, the about us. This, wherever it says any turnkey template that you use with us, where we made your logo, you want to find this page that says private. And it includes, and I didn't tell you, there's 3 months worth of content ready for you also in the membership site, just to give you a head start. Then the templates are here, and you can edit this, delete this page later if you want, once you grabbed everything. But these links take you directly to Canva, so you can update the logo, the favicon. Favicon and social sharing images are on your settings on here. So the favicon is already uploaded, the social sharing image is there, but you can change those easily. We got the Canva template for you and the membership product graphic. So that is there for you. You can edit it with free Canva. You don't have to have a pro account. Pro accounts are great though. Lots of great features. We've talked about that quite a few times. Then there is the, I'm going to show you the sign up page, which is super easy to edit. Instead of sending customers to the shopping cart, which this product is still set up in the store because if you've been using Noomu, you know they all have a store. But instead of sending them to the store, which is sort of a shopping cart experience and it's distracting and stuff like that, we've created this done for you landing page, which is pretty much ready to go. You probably don't want to pretend you're this guy. You'd want to change your photo and you'd want to fill in the blanks in here and obviously read through everything, change whatever fits with you. And even if you want to do a different topic, I think this landing page kind of sets you up where you kind of have it covers like all the different bases of trying to get people to sign up. This links to a page, which is a checkout page. We've made a custom checkout page for you. And if you don't know how to do that with the builder, I'm going to show you where this goes. I'm going to go in a new tab. So it won't even take them into the shopping cart because you just want them focused on this one offer. You can also update the countdown timer. We just put it there if you want to do a limited time offer. The price obviously can be changed, but when they click this, they go to this custom checkout page. So that way it's much more seamless for them to sign up and they'll go there. But if we go back, and again, if I'm going fast, do not worry because then I did in the video, I slowed down and I showed you all where everything is, how to edit it. When you grab your template, you'll be able to see the videos. If you go to store, and if you haven't used Noomu and you haven't seen our updates yet, all you'd have to do is connect a payment processor to get started. You can go through all the different settings and do all kinds of good, cool things in here, but connect a payment processor. Your first product is already ready here. And it only has 3 months content though. So remember, you have to update it. You will have to update the main members page each month, or come up with your own content if you're going to charge people on an ongoing basis. But this is the product. So it's set up as a member. This is copied over from the main page, but I'll show you. I hope I'm making sense on what I'm saying. So this is what it would look like if they were shopping in the store. So it's not, it has the price at the top. It has a buy now button. It's not really a way to try to convince somebody to join a membership. That's more for shopping cart type products where they'd add a bunch of products at once and stuff like that. So, but we still have to set the product up here. So that's what we've done. And you can see that it is we put it on sale. You could change the prices and do a subscription product, and it renews every month, which you can change actually to. You can do just for a certain number of payments too. If you just don't want to commit yourself to an ongoing membership and you just want to do 10 months or something like that, which takes a lot of pressure off of yourself where people just get the content each month, then you can do it that way. You also can select a member group, and then we've put it into basic members and there is you can see there's a premium in case you want to do a higher membership where you can set up another product that would add people into there. So it's set up with, I'm going to go back. We were just in the store. So this is the actual product, but we made your landing page for you, which is the join us page. And then the checkout page, so that's the landing page and that's the registration page. And then we made some members area pages for you. So these are inside the builder. You can also do community, and Yusuf is going to show you that. So this main page is your members area. There are some notes for you just as the person who's making this in yellow. So obviously to read that through and delete it after, because we've included 3 months worth of content for you. And if you want the source files to those and then 7 more months worth of content, you can do a little upgrade there. That's totally optional. It's just to make it easier for you. And you can see the topics when you click that link. But so the first month is cultivating a positive mindset. It has a PDF guide. It also has the audio is here because you can actually in Noomu, you can just upload audios and they can play. And it is the ones we've created are AI voices. I think they sound pretty good though. So you could listen to that and make sure you like it that way, or you can create your own audios. Or there's also information in your you can also use a tool like it's 11 Labs, right? And you can do, or at Amazon, they have a free, actually, you can do it for free with Amazon as well. They have a tool, Amazon Polly, I believe, if you want to try that out, different voices and stuff like that. There's a companion checklist and a companion workbook that they can download. And that's the first month's content done for you. Then we also made 2 more pages, which this is their main members area page. So if they're logging in each month and getting a new topic, you would update this page. But we've kind of done the template for you. So when month 2 comes, you have the topic here that you can add to that page. Building resilience and overcoming anxiety. It has the same things. And also, I forgot to mention at the bottom of the page, there is want to talk about it, join the community. You would, because we didn't in the templates we make for you, the community doesn't transfer over. So you would have to create a little community, and Yusuf's going to show you how to do a basic community. So you can do that. If you don't want to do a community, then you would just delete this or hide it. But yeah, just move it out of the way. And if you don't want to have that, but if you do decide to do it, just make sure that the link does take them to the right place so that they can join your community anytime. Okay. And so I showed you briefly the blog. We had talked about the blog before. So I'm going to when we did our other training, and there is some training on our YouTube channel too, if you want to add blog posts. But I did show you it does have 3 posts that are ready to go. You just need to edit the settings to put your name or whatever name you would like there. It's categorized, and you can also update this part, and that is in the settings of your blog as well, which I'll just show you briefly. So in order, this is where the posts are. In order to edit that sidebar and the top, that stuff is here. It's just under edit header and sidebar. So I think that maybe maybe I'll stop too. Any questions? Again, if we're talking about editing things, maybe we can save those questions to the end. But any questions on about how it works or what's included? And then I'm going to show you the quiz, how the quiz works. I'm sure Yusuf is probably paying attention here too.
Yes.
Are we all right? Should I continue?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, blogs were important. Will they come back? I don't think the same way they ever were, because we have social media. That's Tim's question. I think that it's a way for you to perhaps generate search engine traffic, but also your blog posts can be marketing pieces, right? They can be highly informative, but they can also promote your product. So you can send your mailing list there. You can redirect traffic to your blog posts and maybe have a way for them to opt into your site, or maybe you have a certain topic and you direct them to your quiz. So I would consider them more as marketing tools, as opposed to back in the day when everybody used to have a feed reader and they would read all their favorite blogs through the feed reader. I think I'm sure there are people who still do that, but I think largely those days are gone. But it's still a useful tool, right? Engaging, useful content that leads to people opting in and buying your stuff. And Hillary still gets good traffic. Yeah, there are in the post, you can update some SEO settings. You can add your description and stuff like that, and your title. Change the title. There is some controls on that. Okay. So let's take a look at the quiz. So What you'll see also, just so you see how it's organized here, because there's different categories of stuff that we have. These are the basic pages, and we made a page group. And if you ever want to make a page group in your Noomu site, you can create one. You just click this, and then you can sort your pages that way. It doesn't change the navigation of your website. It's just a way for you to organize yourself. So we put our quiz pages into a page group, the members area pages are in a page group as well, just so you can find them easily. So let's look at the quiz pages. So you'll see as an overview before I open it. So this is going to be the main part of the quiz where we put the quiz widget, and then where Yusuf was talking about redirecting people based on their score, we made 4 pages, of people at different levels of their personal growth. So here we go. This is just a page, and we added the quiz widget. And if you ever want to add one yourself, they are, where is it? Where is it? You guys see it? I can't remember where it is. Lead generation. Oh, quiz. It's under lead generation. That makes sense because you can connect it to email marketing. You don't have to, but you absolutely can. And this one is connected. So anytime you want to add that, you can just put that into a page. So let's take a look at how it was set up. So I'm going to look at the quiz settings first so you can see. So you can be notified on each submission. There's a little progress bar, which is a good idea to have, because if you've ever done an online quiz and you want to know, oh my goodness, they're asking so much and taking forever. Well, how close am I to being done? You want them to allow them to go back. That is all set there. I move this because Zoom is in the way of it. And you can change like the button text that says here or what it says to go back and forth. Here is the connect to email marketing. And I believe when you guys grab this template, it is going to have this part for you, but you should check this when you do get yours, and you may want to change the list name or something like that. And you want to select lists. So we made a real growth quiz list. So they're going to get added to a list automatically. You can also tag them, which you can make lists out of later. And you can also tag based on their results, which is useful and good for the tips that Yusuf gave you. So those are the basic settings. Now, how do you make a quiz? I think we've kind of set you up with, even if you want to use a different quiz, we kind of set you up with a framework here that you can certainly use and adapt and do in different ways. So to actually change the content of the quiz, you go to edit fields. And you can see that this is actually a 12-step quiz, but it has 10 questions, because the first step, we just made an introduction, welcome them, tell them what to expect. This quiz will help you reflect on how you're doing in key areas like mindset, etc. You'll get a simple score and some personalized guidance. No pressure, just insight. And then the last page is the place where they can give you can actually make them give you the name and email address at any time. You can remove that if you don't want to do it. But this one, if I go to edit field, yeah. So it'll just say almost done. Let's stay in touch. Just enter your name and email, and we can keep you up to date on real growth news. If you want to change any of the text of that, so anytime you have entered a field, it's here. And then that's the heading, that's the large text. And then that's this part, the smaller text. So you can change anything you want about it. And let's maybe look at some of the questions and how that works. So again, the question 1, positive thinking, is here. And then the question we put here: I regularly notice and challenge my own negative thoughts before they I can't see it because before you guys can't see it either, before they take over. And to keep it simple, we just did a multiple choice, which makes it easy for them to fill out, but gives them an opportunity to think. And the options were never, sometimes, often, always. And then we gave us a score from 1 to 4. Obviously, 4 is that, and always is better in this case. And so you format all your questions this way. that if they say never, that should be a negative thing. And if they say always, then it's a positive thing. And then that way, when it calculates the score, it makes sense and there's consistency. And you can use a tool like ChatGPT to help you make these questions. So you say you're doing a totally different topic, um, maybe a quiz on fitness or something like that, right? And you would tell them, this is my scoring. Never is a score of 1, always is a score of 4. And can you give me 10 questions on people to rate their own level of fitness that makes them think and makes them realize where maybe they aren't doing as well. And then also say what your product is that you're promoting. And my ultimate goal is that I can show them how to improve that. So you would give it all the details, and then you got all these questions, and basically you can run through this template and change the questions however you'd like. And then those pages that we made for you is manage quiz results. So you go under there, it says settings, and here you can see, or we'll take a peek at those pages too. So you 10 to 17, 18 to 25, 26 to 33, 34 to 40. It's kind of arbitrary, but also sort of makes sense, right? You get this range. And you can actually send a thank you message that pops up on the quiz widget if you prefer. But we made pages so that we can make a button to the membership site. You can also tag these people. So if you wanted to get more specific on how you follow up with them, you add a tag, which could trigger a different follow-up series. So it probably makes sense that the people who get 10 to 17 would get a different follow-up series than the people who get 34 to 40. So maybe we'll take a peek at the pages, those pages where they go. And these can certainly be fleshed out, but they've got we do not want to change anything. Score 10 to 17, you're in survival mode. It's okay to admit it because you're not alone. Life has felt heavy lately and you might be running on empty more often than not. And it has a little tip for them. And then it leads into the membership, and there is a button to that sign up for the membership. So obviously you can adapt it completely to if you end up having a different membership. You would just update these pages. But if you're teaching personal development, I think, and it's like sort of general, then I think it covers a lot of the bases. This one has managing, but it's not easy. Score 26 to 33, you're on the right track. 34 to 40, they're thriving, but still growing, which kind of gets in their mind that, I could still use some help. And obviously they did the quiz, so they're interested in their own personal growth. And you can cater those messages specifically to them. And if you tag them, then you can do a different follow-up. And I think that's going to bring us to our automation topic, which is next. Because that takes care of a lot of your follow-up, right? Like that it's very specific to those people. In full transparency, we often don't go into these little details, but with a tool like having Noomu, a tool like this to do it now, it's going to be much easier for us. And it's also easy to use because I've looked at other tools that help you do all this kind of automations and I got lost. So I feel like this kind of has you set up. It's easier to set yourself up for success. Other things that you can do to automate a membership is do drip feeding the content, right? So you set up 10 months worth of content and they get access to a bit of content each month. That is possible with Noomu, and Yusuf is going to show you how to do it. But it's a little add-on because of there's a community. The community is included. Actually, I'm going to let Yusuf explain that part. He'll explain how you can manage that. And it, in order to do the drip feed, is a little add-on. And you can also send people to certain, if you have a bunch of memberships that are different products and you want to send them to different communities, that's also possible. And we talked about and then when people become members too. automated series that kind of orient them with the membership and encourage them to go to these different resources and interact in different ways to make sure they're getting it. And you can even like a lot of things that, you know, you can make them see. If you're doing a 7-day challenge, you can set up stuff like that where it feels fresh to those people because they're getting the emails. If you automate that process for them, even though other people may have completed a challenge earlier, if you're set up the automated emails that are coming, you know, when they're on whatever day in the membership and it comes to them, that feels fresh and they're engaging with that on their schedule as opposed to doing everything, you know, once in a while. Obviously, what other ideas did I have? Oh, also another way to automate your membership was to hire an assistant, a human being, or a writer, or someone who knows how to edit content and stuff and put it into your membership for you. I do find that to be a really great thing to have. We do have Melody who does that kind of stuff for us. And Melody's been doing that for me for years. I don't even know how long we've been working together, probably 15 years or so. And she has always been my go-to in keeping my memberships full of content. Even if I create the content, having her put that in there. And we also have Ron who helps us, you know, when we do live videos and stuff like that. He makes sure the videos have notes and he makes sure that they are in the members area for people. So when you can kind of eliminate stuff like that, and it doesn't have to cost a lot. If you're updating your membership on a monthly basis, just having that off your plate. So human automation through humans is a really good thing too. So maybe I will pass it. Oh, actually, is there any questions before?
Yeah, there is actually several questions.
Let's do questions, and then Yusuf can show you that.
One of them is pertaining to someone that is looking for the template, but they can't find it. But I think you hit it right. Is that
Oh,
correct?
yeah, because it's not in there, and then we're going to share it with you. And give us just a little bit. Let Yusuf show us some things. Because we put a lot into this, and as we were working on it and thinking about it, I'm like, should it be free or should this be something we can expand even a little bit more? And it could be a paid template. It is not a paid template for you guys. It's going to be something that you can access for free, but it's only going to be through this page that we give you. It's not being added to the template area until we figure out if that's how we're going to do it. But you guys will have access to this, including also the business one if you prefer. And I realized I didn't go over to that one much while I didn't even lost it. There it is. We didn't go over it much, but it's the same format. You'll find the same things in the same place. It is a course. It has membership content that helps people start their online business. The focus of the content is about you know, maybe people who are busy in their lives and they don't have a lot of time. And it's like, you know, getting their side hustle, even if they're busy, and really connects with people on that level where, you know, they are on limited time. They need things more step by step. Maybe they need things in a little bit slower pace as well. So that's the focus of this one. But of course, you can adapt that and change it however you like. Any other kind of questions that we should do?
Nothing that really stood out. But if you guys have a question, just drop it, please.
I'll check in the chat too now that
It's not a question, but someone said finding community admins is hard.
Yeah.
It is.
It is harder to do, like, especially if you want them to do it for free, because if they aren't connected with your community, like they're not already feeling connected with it, then they're going to forget about it and they're probably not going to stick with it. We have paid people to do that. And again, it's if your community is not going to be, I mean, if it's busy, then hopefully that means business is good, right? So you can afford to pay someone more. But if it's not as busy and people are just dropping, you know, there's not as much going on there, it's not going to cost you too much to hire somebody. But that is another thing that, you know, outsourcing is a great idea because you're busy and you are working on getting more new members. You can forget about the community that it's something that maybe you don't get a chance or not forget about it, but just, you know, be busy. So you want some people checking on it regularly. And, you know, at the beginning days, maybe it's you, but to hire someone, that's actually not that hard to find someone who will do it if you pay them. Okay. Oh, and I think that, yeah, Allison, I saw your question earlier too. So this website only has one membership in it, but you can add as many as you want. Like, it's a product. You can add as many, whatever your limit for products is on your plan. That is how many products you can add. So it's just a product. For the membership site, can their purchases remain there? I'm not sure exactly what you mean, Sabrina, but they can log into the members area. They have a login, and they would use this little icon here to log in, and that would show them where the content is. If you have a community, it'll give them access to the community as well. Donna says, my question got missed. Uh-oh. If I didn't purchase the courses that are being shown, how does that work? Do I need to buy the course? Do you mean the content that we put in the members area? No. So we've included that for you there. So like the private label rights to, for example, here, we can take a quick peek at the members area page of the business one. So it's the online So these first 3 months are included. You get the PDF files and the audio is already uploaded. You can optionally upgrade to get the source files if you want to edit it and get those other content. But this is yours to use. This is ready. It links to our Dropbox. So if you want control over it, just do the little upgrade and you have that. But the content is ready. They can download it. And Nairobi, yes, you'll be able to do both. I mean, you can add both of these templates into your members area, especially if you're like, I don't know exactly what I want to do, or maybe you are going to do a different topic, but you want to see which template feels like it'll adapt more to yours. You'll have access to both. You can do both. And you may as well add them because like I said, we're not exactly sure what we're going to do with them. Once you grab the template and you put it in your Noomu account, it's yours. We cannot take that away. But that's why we haven't put it in the members area, because we're not sure exactly, but we'll show you how to get it there. All right. So I think we'll give the screen to use.
Absolutely. Let me just.
So, yeah.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see the community.
Okay, so as you can see, there is a new section that will appear on top of your Noomu platform. And that one is right next to messaging and workflow and its community. And here you have a lot of, different features that you can do to engage your community. First of all, to create a community, to create a circle. I believe in your account, you will have access to one circle. And you can also do some add-ons in order to get certain features that are available in this account. But this is just for demonstration, so I'm just going to show you. So as you can see, as soon as you click the link, you get to the dashboard. Here you can keep track of various things, new enrolled people, people that have completed a certain course or assignments, new orders, the revenue here as well. So yeah, so it's just got a ton of information here. That's if you want to review that. And then you can see content, what type of content people interacted with, tracked content. I'll show you what that means in a minute. And then there is paid content. So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this. There is a video coming up and it's 45 minutes long that I worked on it yesterday. And that's why I'm maybe a little bit sleepy at the moment. But I will be editing that one and I will release it later on today for you to watch as well. But here, just going to give you a little quick overview. So here you have circles. You can create one circle under your account. And the way you create a circle is simple. You just click up here and then you get to choose between different templates that they have, or you can start from scratch, right? So I would recommend starting with the template because it will give you the, certain links, as you can see, like these ones that are set up here. It will just automatically embed them for you rather than you have to add each one of them. If you're not happy with the link names and stuff like that, you can always change them by going to the gear icon, and I will show you that in a minute. So you have a bunch of different templates, bunch of different designs. You have control of how to design even like the colors and stuff like that. And here you have the members area. Your members will show up here. I've created, a few members here just to play around with the template. And, you can filter them out based on these kind of features or characteristics, if you will. And then you have the section moderation, and this is a very unique section, and it shows you all of the activity that is going on in your circle. And if you have multiple circles, then it will show you all of that activity in that multiple circle. So instead of going into one circle and answering questions and stuff like that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
here,
even know all the features yet. Yusuf has been going through this more.
yeah. No, it's actually very good and elaborate in so many ways. So here you can keep track of various things, right? So all of your as I said, circles will show up here, and then you can answer based on whatever you see. And then if you can, or if you want to be like a little bit more specific, video. So these are basically messages that people submit on inside of like a video that you upload in your circle, whether it's a course or not. They will show up here. And then there is like blog posts, widgets, and so you can keep track of wall post. I'll show you what the wall post is. And then waiting approval, because sometimes you lock certain sections or certain comments for approval, and then this is where they show up, and you can just go like approve. And then here you have the settings for your community section, which is basically the main part of it, or the main setting part. But it's very simple. It's not that complicated. So here you can add your URL, keep it consistent. I would say don't change it often, because if people save, a link or whatever to a course and then you change this, then it's going to mess up their URL. So this one, just keep it generic community, don't change it. But that is basically the category of your website. And then you can go here in order to customize. So in the community section, there is, or in the circle, there is this circle widget that I will show you in a minute. And then if you want to customize whatever comes below the widget, and then this is where you go, and I'll show you exactly. So this is where the widget will show up, your circle widget. And if you want to add stuff below it, then you just can add blocks right here. And this would be that section of customization. So now let's just go to the circle that we've created. If you want to add a circle as simple as I showed you here, but we have one that I just created. So this is a circle, and this is basically the part or the builder part where you can change things. You have the gear icon where you can have control of the circle. So this is basically for the main like settings for the entire circle. So if you want to make everything paid, now that's an add-on that you can purchase. You don't have it.
Who is on our current plans, because the community is just new, you can have an open circle, which you can still use with your membership, right? You're just going to give everybody to come into that one community. But you have going to show you the optional features. If you go into yours, you might see them grayed. You'll probably see they're grayed out. If you did want to look at adding, the ability to close them off to certain paid groups, and also do the direct feeding of content, that is under your dashboard and the billing, where you can do an add-on. But I'll let Yusuf continue, but just want to make it clear that, you guys get a circle, and it is public, and and then that will, it's public, but you would also, I would say, enrollment required, because you don't want it totally open where you're going to end up with spam on it, I think.
Yeah.
And you don't put enrollment required.
Yeah, definitely. So if you purchase the add-on that Alice just told you about, then you have access to various levels of access. Open means it's open for everybody. You might want to leave the community or the circle open for everybody, but you might want to create, let's say, paid courses as I created here, right? So this course is locked, is paid. And if you want to make the community open for everybody, then you go up here or the circle rather. Think about there's community and there is a circle within a community. You can have multiple circles within the community if you have a different plan, obviously. Open level, so logged in members, members of a group or required payments. So here you can adjust basically and charge people a certain amount, and you can decide whether it's a subscription based or, here based on weekly payments or, 2 to 3 times, 4 times. So you can literally just customize it however you want and to suit your needs. If you want just one-time payment, then remove the recurring payment. And then that way you will have basically a circle that will require them to pay before they join. Or if you want to make it available for a members or a member group or whatever, you can select that. And then you go down here and choose which member group you want to add them to. So if people have bought a product somewhere else and you want to just make that community available to them, then you can do it in this way. And then there is also logged in members. So if you want to just lock it in for logged in members, so either open or logged in. And if you keep it open, make sure you have this one checked as well. So that's for this section. If you want to design and change the style, the setting here, you would click on the painting brush here. So you have a choice of choosing compact or wide, and what it does is basically, this is the bar. You see how it changes? So you can decide, like, as soon as they log in, do you want it to be wide or compact, right? So in order to see the results, you just gotta wait a little bit. And then there's this thing that you can add where they can expand or collapse the bar if you want to. And then you have, access to the padding, right? So the width of the bar, so you can decide how wide or how narrow it is. You can use a dark theme if you want to, round corners, or as you can see here. So there's so many different ways that you can actually do, and you can change the image here, which is this image, text styling and icons. So you can play around with it to find out the design that is more suitable to your own preference. I would say leave this one on because it gives people the opportunity to collapse and expand, right? Especially if you want to group your courses here. So in the video, I talked about how to create the courses. Obviously, it's an add-on so that some people need to purchase, but how to create course videos and basically this whole setup, right? And I gave also some suggestions of how you would have design your interface in order to make it more user-friendly for people to see. So a wall is basically a section where people, you can create different discussion groups, right?
Is a wall, it's not like what a Facebook wall was before?
It sort of is. So you can create posts and whatnot, but it's a little bit different. And the reason why it is a little bit different. So the wall and forum are sort of same idea, but the reason why I say it's a little bit different. And by the way, you can remove all these and you can add your own, right? You just gotta click this button. You can create a page or a page group. If you create a page group, then you create a section like this one, or the discussion where there is multiple pages within the page group where you can stack them in. Or if you want to create something like that, then you can just create a page. So if you decide not that you don't want the wall, you just want forms or form or whatever, you can do that. You can customize it however you want. But this initial setup is based on this setting that I'm going to show you. So what is a wall? So you can have a single wall where there's only one post or one area where people can have a discussion where they can write stuff. Or you can have multiple if you want to, create different topics where people can choose what they want to talk about or which type of wall that they want to engage in. And then if you want to add a wall, now we have two. You see one here, one there. It represents these two right here. If you want to add one, you just go here and then you fill out this information. And then you can choose the access, make it available only for admins. If you just want the wall to be available just for you so that in the main section of the circle, you're the only one that can post, then you can lock it in and make it admin or a moderator, right? So you have different options of how many posts you want to show and who can access it. So you can literally control every single like access point, if you will. And then obviously I'm gonna delete this one because I don't need it. And then you can use a dark theme for that, or you can remove it. So you have a lot of different ways of customizing things. If you don't like the picture, you can just go here to the directory and then choose whatever other picture that you want. Yeah, I'm just gonna choose one at random. It might take a little time. I have a lot of tabs open on my computer, so. Okay, so there you go. I changed the picture. So I'll show you how people can interact with it later, and then you can create discussion groups, right? So the way you can do it is by just click a group, and then it will create a group for you. You enter the group name, and then from there you can access the settings here. And then in the settings, you can decide the URL of the group. You can show description, tracking progress hidden, and then level of the group if you want it to be open for everybody, or obviously this is add-on for some people just to put it out there. Logged in members. So basically the same settings that you have here, you have them here for every single page. The reason why it is set up that way is because if you want to create a circle that is open, or your circle will be open, then once you get the add-on feature, then you can charge them for a certain feature within a circle, whether it's a group or it's a course, you name it. So you have that, and then available right away, or drip, you have that option as well, obviously with an add-on. And then after completion of another page or scheduled, and so you basically create it however you want, and then the access level, because you might want to treat this as a Slack group for you and your team members. And if that's the case, just a channel for you and your team members to communicate regarding, the overall community, then you can just make it available for admins only, right? So you have that option. So or you just create, yeah, so you would just create basically a members group. You can create like an admin member group, and then you will lock it just for yourself. So there are different ways you can customize it however you like. Basically, I'm not going to save it. And then you can create events where it's just a regular page that you add, and then you can customize it however you want. Who can see it? Is it available?
Little social media platform in itself.
Exactly. Yeah. It's got a lot of these features, and then you can send a link to your Zoom account. I'll show you like in that 45-minute video or something like that. It will be covering things in great details. For most people, you might be mostly interested in how to organize your course. And it's also covered in that. But the way I can show you is that you can make the course a paid course for all these access, for all of them. And the way you would do it is you just click on the group that you created, and then the gear icon, you go here, and then you do like payment required in order to access the course, right? And
So
then,
this content is not when you do it this way and through community, this content is not connected to a product in the store, or is it connected to a product in the store?
no, it doesn't necessarily need to be connected to a product in the store. There is the reason why the question is yes or no is because you can also add a shop here, right?
Mhm.
As you can see, that connects to your store. But these ones do not connect to your store.
Yeah.
There might be a way to make them appear on your store, but they do not.
Well, you could, right? Because the way we just did it,
Yeah,
you can make a product that they pay for on your website, and then yeah.
exactly. But as I said, like it's the reason why the question is or the answer is yes or no is because there are so many different features. It depends how you want to set it up, right? So if you just want to the courses that are available just to show up in the community section, then or in the circle, then this is your option of doing it, right? So there's so many different ways of doing it. So this is basically one of the courses that show up here in the circle. And as you can see, I set it up as, I'm just gonna redo this step because maybe some people forgot what it was. So group settings. So group, as I said, it represents all of these pages that I added here. So if you want to add more pages here, you can do that. You can even duplicate, let's say you worked on a model and you like it, you can duplicate it and then start working on it from there. But let's say, so these are basically the courses that I've created, like the modules. There's different formats. So let's say you want to make this paid, right? So you go here, access level, you payment, and then content available right away, which means that they will get it right away and they also see it. And then if you leave everything the same, let's just click somewhere else here and then go up here. As you can see, now once they click on it, they can see the modules. But what they can't do is they can't access all of them. The first one, you can access it. Now, my recommendation in the video was the first one, make it an introduction so that people know what the content is about, right? So the first one will be available because we remember, like in the settings area, we made it available right away. We can change it and lock it or make it available after 1 minute after purchase or whatever we decide. But if you want to, promote your course, maybe have the first one as an introduction. And so this is basically module 1. You can customize it however you want. So people, if they want to have like a bigger interface, they can click there. And, you can stack up your videos here, and people can comment here. And those comments will show up on the dashboard so that you can keep track of things. So that's one way of doing it. So in order to go to module 2 or after the introduction, now they have to pay, right? So they need to get access. So because you made it paid for, right? So if you want to change that and make it open or a course, or just to give you like an idea of how it would look like.
So you said, is it okay because I know if people are on a schedule today too, you said showing you like these are new features and stuff. And I know a lot of people came to see the Done For You membership site set up. So is it okay if I give them
absolutely.
a link to go grab the template? Because I know Tim had to go.
Absolutely.
And other people might have to go.
So the video, I'm just going to say there's a video 45 minutes long that you can watch me build this entire the circle. And it will be handy if you want to build a circle. So just to save you time, let's move on to the next step.
Yeah. So you can go to Noomu. I put it in the chat, but you can go to Noomu.com and go to free members, and that will connect you with those templates that I showed you. Yusuf is showing you like extra stuff that you can add on, different ways to manage memberships, and like he'll add that video for you too, so you can see it all. And if you're getting started and you want to add the community, so your plan includes that one circle, start with doing that and playing around with it. Watch Yusuf's video, see how your community grows and see where, what the next step might be for you if you do need to have those more advanced features or not. But you also will have Yusuf's guidance and stuff to do that. And Sue, it is in the chat for you. You go to Noomu.com/free member. Actually, is it short? Now I can't remember. Is it free member or free members? I made a short link so I could say it out loud. And then I forgot what it was. Noomu.com/free member as one word, or just find my message in the chat. I'm going to add it again. I'll actually show you that on the screen if that's okay. What you'll see on this page when I'm going to steal the screen from you, Yusuf. But yeah, that community is great too. Also, Allison asked in the chat if we're going to make a community for Noomu members, and it makes perfect sense for us to do that. We'll be able to, and we have so much on our to-do list, and it is on our list, so please be patient with us. But we envision it in a great way to have like all our videos on there and the help files, like in place for you guys to not like get support too, right? So that's what we can grow with that. It's a lot of potential with that the community platform, right? So if you go to that page that I put in the chat, which is noomu.com/free member, you'll see that there's the personal development one. There's this. You guys have already seen the demo, so you probably know what you can. It says, by golly, add them both if you want, because you can actually add more templates into your Noomu account. And even if you're limited by websites, the system will eventually tell you you've put too many in here, but you can only have the amount in your plan public, but you can add extra so you can play around with stuff, see what you like best. You don't have to necessarily choose. When you click this, it'll prompt you to log in or to register. So if you already have a Noomu account, you would log in. If you are new, then you register, and it will pick this template that you chose for you, and it'll put it in your account. You could try it free, try Noomu free for 14 days and see how you like it. And the other things that are on this page, if you go down to the bottom, I promised you the videos. So these are step-by-step showing you how to edit everything. And there is the personal development one here and here. It's also on our YouTube channel. If you follow us on YouTube, they're private videos right now. Because we weren't going to show them to anyone until you guys came, because you committed to coming to see us. So we get to see them first. But you'll be able to find them on the YouTube channel. We'll make a category of turnkey template tutorials, and you'll be able to find them there. But it is also on this page for you. And when you click play, and I don't I'll just, there. Okay. When you click play, you'll see here, there are chapters on it. And on YouTube, you can also see in the description, if you click through to YouTube, like you can see there's different chapters. If you do click YouTube and just go straight to YouTube, you'll see in the description that all the chapters are there. So in case, you have a good overview, you're like, I already know it's included. I just want to know how to edit the store setup, or I want to do the blog setup, that stuff. So you can go back and forth between all of those. And as far as use this video goes for the community, you will publish that soon too. And we can email you, we can send that out by email and stuff too, to update you. And it would be on the YouTube channel as well.
Just a quick thing. Because you're sharing the link, Alice, to the template, they should add it to a new project and not the existing one. Otherwise, the existing one will disappear.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, because if they do a new project, they have to set up a new plan. No, you can add it.
Okay.
You can see.
Oh, okay.
You can see. If I go here, wait. Try to think of how to show you. So when you go to My Sites and Funnels, if you guys added more than one template or not, you'll see like a pause sign. I think it's like a pause sign button there. And that will mean it's like not online or something like that. But you can add more, and you could try out templates. And I forget how it looks though, because this one only has one. I wonder. No, I won't be able to add another one to this account, because it's when you're doing it from admin side, it's like we have to think about what does it look like for a customer.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can add more. You can add more, and you could try it out. That way, you could change your mind. And if you have a public site that you already had, you can either pause it or you can delete it. And eventually the platform, I did say that in the chat a few times to people, that if you keep adding templates, it will allow you to go over your limit of, say you have you can have one website in your plan. It will allow you to go over, and eventually it'll probably say you have too many and you have to decide what to get rid of, but only one will be able to be public at a time through that platform. But you can add extra templates, and it lets you go over a little by quite a few, I think, before it starts to tell you have too many. Right. So, all right. And now I'm not showing. Do I need to where? And now I've lost it. Now, where was I? Here. So yeah, if there's any questions about this, happy to help you. Also, we have a few minutes left too. If there's any other Noomu question or anything you want to ask, that we could answer quickly for you two. We're happy to do that. So maybe we should also catch up. There are some.
I'm just, can I steal the screen a little bit?
So are you answering the question or?
No, no, no.
I'm going to take a look at.
I would like to, but I still need you to pay attention to that. Can I steal the screen?
Okay. And I have to go and we're gonna, I gotta allow you. I don't know.
You're blocking my request.
I wasn't, I just ignored it.
Okay. So right now I'm logged into a demo account and I clicked on one of the templates. So Alice, because I haven't done this step, so you can maybe like walk me through it so for people to know what's going on. So there is two options. So select a project, add as a new project. You said it will create a new account for them.
Okay, now I wasn't listening. It's, you know, how I am. Okay, so I'm sorry, what?
Okay, so I'm logged into the demo account and I tried to add the template.
Oh, wait,
And
are you there?
so one of the templates that you created into the demo account that I've created.
Here.
So these are the two options that I'm seeing, and these are the two options that other people will be seeing as well. So add as a new project or Yusuf's website.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, you have to, I think you would add it to a new project.
Okay.
I apologize for that because I thought if you're in the project. Okay.
Okay. So, and then I bet it will show up as a new project.
It is a new project. I thought that they could add it into their current project.
So, but then you need to choose maybe the existing account. No, let me just.
So yeah, so try it. And
I'm just. Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even I went through the process, but it actually didn't dawn on me that I read it and I just by autopilot. I decided to do that. Okay, so yeah. We're gonna find that out, Hillary. Oh my goodness.
I'm just gonna stop sharing just to put the password in. It's good. Okay, so now we're gonna try the other step. Because I know maybe we'll get like a lot of questions here, and I don't want to. Okay, so add as a new project or add to an existing project. So if you choose, now I have two projects because I added one. And if I do that, then this options. Okay, then it will add it to. So choose add it to an existing project.
And you can see that. Which one did you just add? You just added B?
I
That's
added
what you're looking at. Okay.
I added both templates into the same project, and I added them into the an existing project. So add them if you don't want to pay for two projects, then add them to the project that you already have. So that's what I wanted to clarify.
That's really good that you asked it. I looked at it and I walked through their process and I didn't even think about that. So, well, Hillary, if you haven't done anything with it, you can go back and do the same. Unless you've been editing to new template already, you can go back and just repeat the process and put it in the one. You can delete that project, yes. And so when you go, yeah, that's confusing. But anyways, you can go back and add it to your existing project and just work on that one. And you did not, there's nothing, you didn't agree to any billing on that one so that it won't charge you for that, for it being in the.
Yeah.
So the correct way is to select an existing project so that you don't have to have a separate plan. Each project has its own plan. And so I am going to actually make sure that's on that page that also tells people that as well.
Yeah.
Add project, an existing project.
I just wanted to save people a lot of time by demonstrating. So I'm glad.
Oh, I'm glad you did that. Thank you very much. Okay.
Then you have to choose to go live. Yeah, yeah. So you choose
If
which
you only
one to
have
go.
one website, then yes, you would.
We do have plans that allow more than one website. Then that way you can have one that is like more pertaining towards coaching, and then the other one is for selling journals, PLR. That's if you want to like separate things. Yeah, but you do have to choose which one to go public.
Yep. So Cindy, I'm looking at Cindy, but I'm thinking Stephanie. I would like to offer programs that would include approximately 9 modules. Each module will have a video training, demonstration, a hypnosis audio, and some text, PDF, a transcript, various downloadable sheets, a journal workbook for that section. Yes, you can upload a course like that. And the videos, there is video hosting, but it is limited. And if so, you can do YouTube and you can embed it, or you can upload it anywhere else you would like, and you can embed it. If you want it hosted, there is an opportunity to add that on as well, because it does take up a lot of resources and stuff like that. So it's not I forget what the amount is. You can upload, I think, a couple of short videos with what you have. So maybe in your case, if you want to keep the plan that you have, then you would probably just want to do what we did. There also is an option, and I didn't use it. Am I showing? No, I'm not showing my screen anymore, right? I will show you real quick here. I believe I can steal it from you without permission. So here we did, it's YouTube, but if you put it on YouTube, you can use the custom player, it's called, when you embed a video, and then it kind of removes that ability to go over to YouTube. They can still see it's a YouTube video, like it'll say YouTube in the corner, but they won't be able to like click through. But because I wanted you guys to be able to see the chapters, I just went for YouTube. And then that way also, you know how when you're watching a video, there's going to be other video recommendations here that might not be relevant, or they're not yours. They're relevant to the person watching. That doesn't appear if you use the custom player. I wonder if I can show you that. But that's an option if you want to use YouTube, but you don't want people distracted by YouTube. I think, let's see. Well, read this link. I'm going to put in a video. I'm not going to save it. Right. So you can upload, and then you have a bunch of controls with that. But of course, that hosting is limited. But if you go here and you put video source, you can use custom video player, and it won't look like that. I don't know why it looks like that. We tried it earlier, something weird happened. But it will take they'll see the YouTube logo in the corner. Why does that look like that? I don't know if it's going to show if I haven't saved it, and I don't want to save it because I don't want to overwrite what you guys have. But that is an option, and it doesn't look like that. I have no idea. But then they won't get distracted with other YouTube recommendations. If you care about YouTube views, though, I think if you use the custom player, YouTube will not count that as a view.
Can I steal the screen again? Someone is asking how can they purchase the add-ons. So I have it right here. So I'm just going to demonstrate. Are you able to see my screen now? Are you?
Oh, yes, we can. Sorry, I was watching your screen and did not say.
Yeah. So the way you would do it, you go to, just click on the top left corner here, Noomu, and then you go billing. These are all of the add-ons that you can add, right? So, and you would have to come down to community right here. So that's the add-on. If you want to add the community section to your existing plan, because the plans that were created did not have community in them last time. So, and this is a new feature that was rolled in. And here you can,
you get the one circle, and you can definitely like get it started, see how it works for you, and if it's something you want to build on.
Yeah. And then if you want to, let's say, have an additional admin, I think most people have 2 admins in their plan, but this is where you find it, just up here, and then billing section. And then here you have all of the add-ons.
In the same place, you can upgrade your plans. So, Karina, do you see where? Oh, can you? Yeah. I think that because now that we had to do some adjustments of this screen, to
Can I
upgrade.
send you email?
Yeah, that sounds.
Absolutely, yeah.
Help.
I'll show you how to get that done.
Thanks.
Cool.
All right. So I actually need to get running. And so I think, can you do live video with chat like Zoom? I don't know. Is there any integration with any? I'm not sure what Cindy's referring to, but if in the community or Yusef,
Live videos?
it probably wouldn't be inside.
No. So live videos right now is not supported. The only thing that is supported is obviously regular videos, and hosting videos. So that's what it is supported. Depending on your plan, you got to look at the video host plan or stuff like that. But I think it gives you a great amount of space to put your videos there, and then that way you can formulate and put your courses in a form of videos, or you can add things in a different way. But for live things, there are ways. Let's say if you create an event, you send them to Zoom link and stuff like that. So that is not supported at the moment.
Okay, thank you. All right. Well, I hope you guys love it and take those membership site templates for a whirl. Try the community and see how you like it. And yeah, so I hope that's going to be useful. It's like ready to go. Even again, if you're doing a different topic, it's kind of all set up for you where you can just plug in your information. The products are ready to go. The member pages are ready to go. The Quinn, that's all set up because I took a little while to figure that all out too. We'll do different types of quizzes too in the future, but I thought that was a really good one to start with. The never, sometimes, always, often, always, to make it super easy to structure so that you can give a score and customize everything.
Just one quick thing, if you want to like change your plan, you can do it here. I just saw it like in the description.
There you are. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so you go to new billing and then you just click here, you change plan, and then it will give you access to these plans.
Nice. Okay, so Sally, you can use a membership template without the community. It is ready to go and it fits into there. If you want to add a community, you can also add a community without adding to your plan as well. You would just be able to make the one circle. And there is, I think, you can have 50 members or something like that. So if you need to upgrade at that point, that's up to you. But it is included. The community is not part of the actual membership site template we made for you, because when we make website templates, the community settings don't transfer over. So that's optional to add, and you can do it on your current plan, but just with one circle. Okay, well, thank you again. It's noomu.com/free members. And do add it to your existing project if you want it to be in there. You don't want a separate plan. So yeah, have fun playing with it. And Yusuf's going to have that video ready for you on the channel now. You saw that those ones are on that page for you. They will be public on the channel later on as well, but they are private, or they're unlisted videos at this time. So thank you so much for coming, guys. And next week, if you want to join us, the next class, if you go to the bottom of our website and it says take a free class, we're going to do the Noomu ambassador training. So if you want to be a Noomu affiliate or you are one already, that's what we're going to meet for the same time next Thursday.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.